Hey guys, does this sound familiar? You go to a confusing lecture, you ask for help, but your teacher can't explain anything, so you have to stay up too, late struggling with homework, and then the next day you do it all again, and again, and again, and again. By the time the test comes around, you might as well have stayed home.
A statewide survey of teachers from the South Carolina Department of Education reveals teachers struggle to handle paperwork in overcrowded classrooms. Over 2/3 of respondents reported having class sizes with 21 to 30 students. 12% responded they had class sizes above 30 students. The survey found larger class sizes can correlate with a greater burden on teachers to complete paperwork and administrative activities for their students.
So yeah, math sucks if you're learning math in overcrowded classrooms where teacher, even if they're good, if they're working in classrooms that are that has 25 students or more, 30, 35, there's there's no way that each and every student can get his proper time and proper attention from teacher to get get proper results, to be helped and to understand all the that teaching and nurturing a young mind uh, has to, needs to have. So if you can identify with as a student or a parent of a student who needs special attention to keep up with the class, so if this your uh, kid or yourself are behind the class in math, physics, programming, or you want to learn chess, you might be in the right place in order to get the proper help with these subjects. My name is Daniel Dimowski, and I teach or tutor online math, physics, programming, and chess. I have more than 15 years of experience in tutoring math and physics. I've plenty of success with my previous students, and I can provide plenty of references.
Hi, my name is Ruvain Aarons. I'm coming to the end of my business degree in Machon Lev, and 3 years ago when I started the degree, I was 29 years old and I hadn't learned maths for several years since I was in high school. And even when I was in high school, I was never that strong at maths. So when I started the degree, it was actually quite a shock, and I had a lot to catch up, even on basic calculus. So at the beginning I was really drowning, and I basically had two options, either to drop out or to get myself a tutor. I found Daniel, and he was very flexible and a really good teacher, and it was a really good investment to make. He explained everything clearly to me. He showed me the methods, and actually he helped me from basically being bottom of my class to getting full marks in my first exam. I got 100% in that exam, and it was a really good investment, because from then on I was able to cope with all the maths courses and all the other business courses which incorporate different types of maths. I was able to do those by myself, and it was all due to the amazing tutoring skills of Daniel, so I highly recommend him as a tutor. I think if you're struggling with maths and you just need to get through an exam or a couple of exams, it's a really good investment. Don't give up. You can do it. Daniel's a great tutor. All the best.
Your son.
Hi, my name is Alvin Berkowitz. I live in Remote. My son Mayor, he's a student at Korev, and Daniel was his math tutor in 10th grade. He was studying subjects I couldn't help him with, and Daniel was able to help him. I think Daniel explained it to him in a methodical, logical way. So it was a help. It was a help to Mayor, because there was no way I could teach him these types of things. Okay.
Okay, that's it. That's fine.
Do you want me to say anything else?
No, 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 it's perfectly fine.
Okay. You want me to get there?
Yeah, sure. Okay, so I'm gonna stop recording. I use online XP Pen graphic monitor for writing an online whiteboard, and I expect if for my students to also have some kind of a pen that will be able to write on an online whiteboard. It can be a tablet, it can be a simpler um, uh, digital board that we use for this purpose, but for my students would have to be right, and I need to see how they're solving the given problem, whether it is a math or physics problem. That's about how math and physics tutoring online work. Programming is of course different because programming consists of coding. Even with programming for writing algorithms and learning and understanding how uh, problem solving works, it is in a way similar to math physics, but of course the pen and the digital boards are not uh, needed or not mandatory. Me myself, I started programming in Turbo Pascal in the year 2000, where we have all those ancient computers, command prompts, and so on, MS-DOS prompts, and we used all those programs where you need to have a very, very good command of syntax, and if you made a very small mistake, it would cost you, even if it's not grammatical syntax per se a mistake. If you make a wrong bracket or you make a wrong punctuation, it can cost you dearly. Later, I learned C++, which was a little bit less complicated than Turbo Pascal. And now, like very lately, I learned also Python and discovered that it's much, much simpler. And JavaScripts, all those new programs are made much more simpler, and it's much easier to navigate through them. Looks almost like a simple English in comparison to how it was to program in at ancient Turbo Pascal, even though some people still code in it, and it's possible with programs like Embarcadero and which is like a visual Pascal in it, and C++ is of course still very very useful, even though much like lately most favorite I think of the coding programming languages today is Python and probably JavaScript. And I also can help with the simpler HTML. Is like most schools are using HTML as a basic and um, um, programming or coding of internet pages as an example, and so on. So that's about programming. And about chess tutoring, I learned to play chess at age 7 or 8. I haven't really played until age 22. I am not a title player, but I'm very advanced hobby player. And during Corona, Corona the last 2 3 years, I became more serious about chess. And somehow online, I have to emphasize that only online I managed to beat several title players, so on, so on. So for beginners and up until like intermediate players, I can teach them how to learn, uh, teach them a little bit basics or beginning foundations of some chess education and uh, very basic stuff up until they are able to beat me. But take a time for a beginner to learn that much chess. As chess, as my friend, one of my good friends, Leon Lević, would say, it takes for somebody to become a grandmaster, it takes like two uh, PhDs in two regular colleges want to become a grandmaster. So that's kind of equivalency. Chess is no joke, anyways. So, in case you're in need of any of services of need math or physics tutoring or programming tutoring, or you want to learn how to play chess as a beginner, these are my contacts. You can contact me on my email, danieldimowski@yahoo.com, Facebook, Daniel Davar Dimowski, on YouTube, on my YouTube channel, Daniel Davar, you can message me. I also stream chess on Twitch, on profile chess.lion, and you can reach me through my Skype profile, Daniel uh, space Mac space Serb, and I hope you will contact me and we make a good cooperation. Thank you for watching my uh, my math, physics, and programming and chess tutor promo. Thank you. See you until in my next video.